I love her, she's beautiful, sexy, with those curves. When I touch her, I can literally feel the fire inside. God, I love her so much. Maruzza, of course. What else? Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Giuseppe and this is Maruzza. We are collecting miles to get ready for a journey all the way to the shores of West Africa. Few people know this, but with a small boat you can achieve great things. And today I want to explain that properly. So, Maruzza is an Alpa 670, just under 7 meters long, and she was built in the early 70s by the famous Italian shipyard Alpa. The designer was the brilliant Ericus van der Stadt, one of the pioneers of modern sailboat design. Put those two things together and you get an exceptional boat. She is masthead rigged with a single set of spreaders and two lower shrouds. Solid as the Rock of Gibraltar, and that's not even the best part. Her keel is something special, really solid, shaped like a fin, just like a dolphin fin, literally. It runs about halfway along the length of the boat. It doesn't reach the rudder, but it is not narrow either, like on modern boats. The keel, the metal part of it, is made of cast iron and it is all encapsulated inside the fiberglass. So basically this whole part is fiberglass with the metal inside. That makes it super strong and obviously very safe. And when you are out at sea and you hit something not huge but big enough, it is nice to know that the keel won't just fall off. The boat's beam, the widest part, is pretty narrow, about 2.10 meters, which means very slim for her length. That helps her sailing well upwind, which is a big plus, especially since I almost never use the engine. The engine is tiny anyway, so this narrow beam is a huge advantage. Sure, it means less space inside, but hey, a boat is made to sail. The bow of Maruzza has a very sharp V shape. This means when she sails upwind, she climbs the waves and then cuts through them as she comes down. Modern boats are much flatter. They ride up the waves and then, bang, they slam down like crazy. Maruzza does that too, of course, but less violently because her bow is shaped like a knife. She is small, so she still feels it when she hits the waves, but way less than a flat-bottom boat would. This here is the rudder, a typical hanging rudder, literally hanging. It is attached only at the top to the rudder shaft, and down below, nothing. It just hangs here like a fin. It is a highly balanced rudder. The rudder shaft isn't right next to the leading edge, it is set much further back. So when you turn it, forces act on both sides and sort of balance each other out. This makes it really light to handle. And that's actually what inspired the design for Maruzza's wind vane steering system. The big downside of this type of rudder is exactly that, it hangs. It is only attached at the top. So if something hits it hard from below, the shaft could bend. And it happened to me once, coming back from Syria, or maybe even while I was still there, in the port of Latakia, a commercial port. I reached Rhodes and found the rudder shaft bent. No idea how it happened. Maybe a ship's line got caught under it and pulled too hard. Luckily, it didn't crack here, or water would have poured in. Inside, everything is solid, so nothing bad happened. But yeah, rudders like these are delicate. They make the boat super responsive, but they are intrinsically fragile too. Well, it is the way it is and I'll just have to live with it. Maruzza is from the early 70s, an old boat, really. She doesn't have all the fancy modern electronics and high-tech solutions, and honestly, I love it. One thing I absolutely adore is this thing here, the video mechanical log, though I cannot find replacement parts for it, and that terrifies me. It works with a small propeller under the hull. As the water spins it, it turns a metal cable that goes to the cockpit instrument, showing the speed and the distance. Just perfect. Pure mechanics. No electricity, no corrosion issue, no wires breaking, nothing. Just perfect. If anyone out there has one, please tell me, I'll buy every spare part you have got, 100%. Back here, this is Maruzza's engine, a 1998 Johnson 8 horsepower 2-stroke. It is an amazing engine, simple and easy to take apart. If it ever goes underwater, you just pull it out, rinse it, clean the carburetor, and it starts right up again. Oh, it happened to me once. I would never trade it for anything else. It burns a lot of fuel, sure, but it is so simple and easy to fix that is totally worth it. I swapped the original prop for a high-thrust one, wider blades, shorter pitch. That way, even though the boat is pretty heavy, this little motor pushes her really well.
If you like this video, subscribe, and this night you'll be mine! Yeah!
And behind me here, this is Giacomo, my best friend, the wind vane. I built it myself about 20 years ago and it still works great. Right now we are sailing under Jennaker and I haven't touched the tiller in hours except for tiny corrections. Since the boat's rudder is so light, it is extremely balanced, as I said earlier, the tiller is super easy to move, so the wind vane can be connected straight to it. No servo rudder, no trim tab, no pendulum, nothing fancy. It is simple, easy to build, easy to repair. I made it myself, so I know exactly how it works and it's perfect for me. About the shower, just a black solar bag. It holds about 20 liters and lasts me roughly 2 weeks. And no, it is not because I don't shower. I do, every day. I have just learned to use very little water and it's enough. Water is precious on board and saving it crucial. Behind me, this thing is the spray hood. It is folded right now because it is boiling hot, but on a small boat like this, it's essential. When you are sailing upwind, the waves crash into the cockpit. I mean, crash, no splashes, waterfalls. So the spray hood is fundamental. I installed it this year for the first time. We'll see how it holds up in heavy wind. I have got no idea, but it seems like a good idea. And this is the cabin. Small but functional. There is a tiny galley, obviously, a fore cabin where I sleep like a baby, and this little berth here that I use while sailing to stay close to the hatch. What else? There is a small locker for gear and supplies. No bathroom though. The toilet used to be back there under a wooden board, basically useless. So I took it out and I replaced it with something more useful, like charts, pilot books, that sort of things. My toilet now is a bucket, the blue one, not to be confused with the black one I use for washing dishes. Maruzza doesn't like electronics, so I have tried to make her almost completely independent from electricity. The battery is back here in a locker, but honestly I hardly use it. For night sailing or when I am anchored, I use a gorgeous old Dutch kerosene lamp. I've even got a dedicated kerosene tank stored back there. Same for the cabin lights, I also use oil lamps. Only recently I switched to LED lights for reading, but really, even without a battery, Maruzza could sail just fine. For navigation electronics, I only have one small GPS, this is it. Apart from that, I've got tons of paper charts, a hand compass, rulers, I mean the old school stuff.
tutto questo
That
mantiene
keeps your brain sharp and you learn to develop that instinct and that seamanship knowledge that really matters.
e anche quella
If
scienza.
the battery dies, no problem. Maruzza will always get where she needs to go.
La Maruzza arriva dove deve arrivare sempre qui. Insomma, la Maruzza
She's small, sure, but she has got everything you need. And yeah, you can sail safely and comfortably even in a tiny boat.
Veramente si può navigare
It doesn't have to cost a fortune either, though good maintenance still takes some money.
veramente poco, che comunque quando si fa la manutenzione fatta veramente bene dei soldi escono. Però se si elimina
But if you ditch the electronics, the complicated stuff, the endless wiring, cost drop and safety goes
si
up.
abbattono e la sicurezza anche cresce enormemente, perché tutto quello che c'è a bordo
Because everything on a boat will eventually break. That's just math. And the electronic stuff, guaranteed 100% it will fail sooner or later. So with simple kerosene lamps, safe and reliable for hundreds of years, a simple wind vane, a small outboard, and the right sails for both strong and light wind, you have got everything you need.
che è importante tanto quanto il cattivo vento. Imparare
And learning to navigate with charts make it all fun again.
si entra a fare
This way you join the world of classic seamanship, which is the one that built the history of sailing.
bisogna essere attaccati a quel
I'm not saying you have to cling to the old ways,
saper
but knowing how to use them makes you safer.
i sistemi per l'orientamento,
Because the day your electronics stop working,
perché il giorno che
you still know exactly where you are and how to get where you want.
capaci comunque di arrivare dove vogliamo, quando vogliamo,
No help
senza-
needed, no way.
e ci mancherebbe. Quindi ragazzi,
So yeah, this is Maruzza. I'm out here at sea and hope we see each other soon. And if not here on this channel, we will meet somewhere on the hook. Probably in Greece, right now.
questo momento. Ciao!